You have worked really hard abroad for decades. Now you are ready to return to India, spend quality time with family, and finally retire in peace. But there is one big question no one is giving you straight answers on. How do I exactly move my money from abroad to India legally, safely, and smartly? If you mess this up, you could end up overpaying your taxes, getting stuck in compliance issues, or worse, struggling to generate income from your own wealth after you return to India. But don't worry, in this video I'm breaking down the ultimate NRI retirement playbook. How to shift your wealth from abroad to India in a structured, practical, and a tax smart way. Hi, I'm Pratik, a fellow NRI living in the UK for last 14 years. I'm an IT consultant, business owner, a musician, and a full-time investor. Other than this channel, I run two other YouTube channels called Investing Wiz and Tune In with PK. So if you're interested in India-based investing, then you can check out my other channel, Investing Wiz. And if you're interested in music and want to check out my independent singles, you can check out my other channel, Tune In with PK. So if you're really serious about your NRI wealth journey, consider subscribing. Why do you need a plan before you move back? A lot of NRIs assume that they can simply move back, open a few accounts, and transfer money whenever needed. But retirement planning for NRIs involve three main priorities. Number one, repatriating your wealth from abroad to India. Number two, optimizing your income sources once you are in India. And number three, minimizing taxes in both countries using legal frameworks. Without a concrete plan, your money will get stuck abroad, or worse, you will lose money in conversion, taxation, or poor investment decisions. So I've broken this down into 6 steps. Step number 1, understanding NRI, NRO, and resident accounts. So let's first get the basics right. If you are still an NRI, so you can have either of these 3 accounts. First is NRI account. NRI account stands for non-resident external account. This account is used for bringing your foreign income into India. It's fully repatriable and any interest that you earn is completely tax-free in India. Second is NRO account. That stands for non-resident ordinary account. This account is used for managing income that you earn within India, like rent, dividends, redemptions from mutual funds, or even pensions. Any interest that is earned on this NRO account is taxable in India. And third account that you can consider opening is FCNR account. That stands for foreign currency non-resident account. This is a term deposit account where you can park your foreign currency without needing to convert back into INR. So there is no currency risk. But once you return to India permanently, all these accounts need to be converted to resident accounts. But for the initial few years, based on certain criteria, you will be classified as RNOR. That stands for resident but not ordinarily resident. During this RNOR window, your foreign income is still tax-free in India, therefore giving you enough time to restructure your finances without immediate tax impact. So use this transition phase very wisely. Step number 2 is deciding what to bring back and what to keep abroad. Not all your money needs to be shifted to India immediately. You can consider dividing your assets into 2 buckets. Bucket A, which can have money to keep abroad. Any investments that we typically hold in the foreign markets like the US ETFs or stocks, that same bucket can also contain any dividend paying stocks for passive income or any real estate that you hold abroad that gives you rental yield. And finally, some emergency funds in USD, GBP or any foreign currency that you hold for travel, healthcare or any global needs. And bucket B can contain any money that you want to have in India. Your Indian money bucket should typically have emergency funds for at least 6 to 12 months for your Indian living expenses. Also, any money acquired for some specific purposes like buying a house or renting a house or paying for deposit for a rented house, or even funding for your child's education or wedding or any healthcare costs in India. And finally, funds that will generate your retirement income in rupees. If you plan to settle full time in India, you should gradually shift more of your assets into Indian rupee based investments. If you plan to split time between countries, then keep a healthy global mix. Step number 3 is transfer money in the right way. Now let's talk about how to move that money safely and legally. The most trusted way is the Swift wire transfer from your foreign bank account to your Indian NRI account. Always make sure the sender name matches your NRI account name. But this is not the only option. You can also use some trusted remittances service like TransferWise, Remitly, Instarem. These platforms are fully legal and use proper banking rails. They often give better exchange rates and lower fees compared to banks. Just make sure the money is transferred to your NRE account and not NRO account, unless it's income earned in India. Before transferring, always compare exchange rates and transfer fees. Where possible, try and avoid sending large sum of money, especially on days with poor exchange rates. If you're sending a large amount, consider splitting it into tranches over a few months. If you're transferring more than 20 to 30 lakhs, speak to your bank about forward contacts. This let you lock in a good exchange rate in advance. Now step number 4 is where to invest that money after you shift. This is the most important part of this video. Once your money is in India, how do you invest that money to give you a regular income that beats inflation or also protect your capital? Let's break this down practically the way I am considering doing it myself. There are 6 main asset classes you can consider. Number 1 is equity mutual funds. That is your growth engine. Equity funds, in my opinion, is the best and most powerful powerful tool to grow your wealth over the long term by investing it indirectly into stock market. I personally use zerodha coin for my mutual fund and ETF investments. You can check out my 52 lakh public mutual fund portfolio, which I created back in February 2025, and I've been tracking it publicly and giving a monthly update every single month. That portfolio is typically diversified across large cap, mid cap, flexi cap, and index funds. So if you're serious about retiring in India and growing wealth over the long term, you can surely consider investing in equity mutual funds. I've left my Coin Zerodha referral link in the description, so if you're interested to open a Zerodha account, you can consider using my referral link. Second option is direct stock investing, but use this option only if you know what you're doing. If you love researching stocks, reading company financials, then direct equity investing is very powerful. But most NRIs that I know either don't have time or have access to good research tools to track Indian markets daily. So for direct stock investing in both Indian and global markets, I use a tool called Investing Pro. I've made a dedicated video on how to use this tool, so you can check out that video. I've also left my referral link if you are interested to open an Investing Pro account. There is a special exclusive discount going on right now. If you use my referral link, you get an additional 15% discount on top of the website pricing. Option number 3 is investing in debt mutual funds or bonds for stability. Debt funds are perfect if you want a stable income without taking too much risk. Debt funds typically invest in government bonds, treasury bills, or AAA rated corporate bonds. If you hold them for more than 3 years, the tax treatment is better thanks to indexation, which reduces taxable capital gains. It can be a good option for NRIs looking for capital protection and 6 to 8% returns without much market volatility. Option number 4 is real estate. Well, here's my honest take. Real estate in India can either make you money or eat your peace. Residential apartments gives a very poor rental yield, typically 2 to 3% at best. Alternatively, you can consider using REITs, which stands for Real Estate Investment Trust. They pay quarterly dividends and you can invest even small amounts like even 500 rupees. If you're still interested in physical real estate, then you can consider investing in land or commercial properties, especially in tier 2 cities where there is future development potential. But when it comes to real estate, always avoid emotional buying. Option number 5 is bank FDs or fixed deposits, but use this option only to build your emergency funds. Use NRI FDs for your short-term needs. They are tax-free and offer a fixed return typically around 6 to 6.5%. But avoid putting all your retirement money here because inflation will eat away all your purchasing power. If you use NRO FDs, then remember they are fully taxable in India. So always compare different bank rates before locking your funds. Option number 6 is gold or crypto. Yes, some NRIs including myself invest in crypto, but do it only when you know what you are doing and you're actively following that space. And don't invest more than 5 to 6% of your total portfolio allocation. Same with gold. It's a good hedge against inflation, so consider investing some capital in gold, but avoid buying physical gold unless it's for family use. Go for gold ETFs or mutual funds instead because they are more safe and liquid options. And finally, you can also invest via Gift City IFSC. Yes, Gift City is India's new international finance hub, and it allows NRIs to invest in Indian and global stocks via a single platform. You can buy USD bonds or international ETFs and park funds in FCNR like accounts. You can open an account with platforms like StockL, Saxo, or HDFC IFSC branches. It's regulated, clean, and ideal for NRIs to manage a global portfolio from India. Now let's move on to step number 5. We'll discuss about tax and legal tips to avoid future headaches. So here are a few important points you must remember. Number 1, RNOR status typically gives you 2 to 3 years of tax-free foreign income after you return to India. But always check your exact RNOR window after you come back to India. If you hold an equity mutual fund for over 1 year, that would attract a 12.5% long-term capital gain tax on any capital gains that you make over 1.25 lakh in that particular tax year. And if you sell it within 1 year, that would attract a 20% short-term capital gain tax. And finally, step number 6 is keeping an emergency fund abroad. Let's talk about some of the common mistakes that we should avoid. Number 1, blindly locking your wealth in real estate. Number 2, moving all your money from abroad to India at once without proper timing or planning. So here is a strategic investment model you can consider. 50 to 60% you can invest in equity mutual funds or REITs. 20 to 30% of total capital can go into debt mutual funds or fixed income. That's for stability. 5 to 10% can be logged into a bank FD, typically for emergencies. 5 to 10% allocation can go into global assets or emergency USD savings, and maximum 5% can go into gold or crypto. So I hope this video gave you some clarity about how to plan your retirement once you are in India. If you have any comments, suggestions or questions, please let me know. So this is all I had to cover for this video. I'll see you soon in another superb interesting video. Till then, you take good care of yourself. This is me Pratik signing off from NRI West. Over and out.